Welcome back, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, let me know what you think. But today we are going to talk about the 5 things that I love about my 2018 CB650F ABS version. Alright, so let's jump right into it here. 5 things that I love about my motorcycle. Ooh, well, interesting. So, first of all, the riding position. The position puts me just the right amount of upright and just the right amount of just a slight lean forward to counter that wind that you experience on the highway, so that it won't fatigue you. At least for my height, and I'm 6'2", so if you're anywhere around that, this bike will be an absolute joy to ride all day long when it comes to riding position. I sit very upright, but not 100% upright. I've ridden bikes where I sit 100% upright, and then when I get on the highway, I feel that I get tired, my neck gets tired, and my shoulders get tired because I have to constantly fight the wind. On this bike, there's just enough lean to let the weight of your upper body counter the wind thrown against you. Second thing that I like about, or love about, my CB650, the power band. The power band on this bike is so smooth. It is so smooth throughout basically your entire RPM range. Basically for the entire RPM range, you have such a smooth torque and horsepower. It's just such a joy to ride. It's so comfortable. It's so confidence inspiring. You know, if you get on this thing and you're just out for, you know, a ride around town, you're gonna want to ride all day long. You're not gonna get tired of it. You're not gonna say, oh, it's just too jerky, or oh, it's too slow. It's perfect. Even if you're on the highway, you know, even at the higher speeds, you know, say you want to go, you know, I don't know, 130, 140, 150 kilometers, you know, 150 kilometers per hour, for example. If you're looking to go longer distances and you like to travel at a higher speed, even there you have consistent power, you know. It's just a joy to ride, whether that be through town, you know, commuting to work, or out for a ride into Twisties or wherever you live, you know, on a weekend. The power band is perfect. Third thing that I love about this bike, I love the simplicity of, what do you call this, a dashboard? Not really. I love the simplicity of it. I have my low beam, high beam, hazards, horns, signals, kill switch and starter switch to cover that. And then on my gauges here, I have my speedometer, my RPM gauge. I'm sure there's a name for it, I just don't know what it is right now. Over here, I love that there's no other information displayed right there. That's where I look at the most. I don't like it when bikes have all their information cramped into one little screen. I have another little screen there that shows my fuel level, my trip, or my fuel mileage, odometer, and the time. I love that they're separate. It makes my life easier When I look at the dashboard, I'm like, oh, where is this and where is that? That's my speed, that's my RPMs, and that's about all I need to know for the most part. That was number 3, right? So assuming that was number 3, which I think it was, number 4. The fourth thing that I love about this bike is the handling. I mean, this thing, it handles so great. It's so flickable. You could just throw this thing around all day long and you just won't get tired of it. It's perfect. The handling is so good on this bike. I have seen some people talk about, oh, the suspension is too soft, or oh this or oh that, you know, talking about suspension. And you know, it's not a suspension that you would, you know, expect on a super sport by any means. But I think it is very well for the kind of riding that you're going to be doing on a bike like this. I think that this suspension was very well built to fit this bike and a rider like me, for example. You could throw this thing around in the twisties all day long. You know, it behaves, it acts just as you expect it to. No surprises, no weird jittering or anything funky going on. If you're twisting around, it handles really good. So that brings us back to number 5, the styling. I think Honda did a really great job at designing the bike and designing the look of the bike. I think they did a really well job at it. And give me a second here somewhere. I'm gonna find somewhere to park to just show her off a little bit. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. I love August. I think August is probably one of my favorite months. Usually the weather is so good. Cooler mornings, cooler evenings. Very comfortable days. Day temperatures, you know, around 20 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that's in Fahrenheit. Go. Head over here. I hope the sun is not too much in the way. But yeah, there you have it. And I believe they make these in a few different colors. Not sure which colors were for which years, but I have the red one. The red one. That's about as simple as it gets. Hey, red adds 5 horsepower. Yeah, I love the overall designing. I love how, you know, they have kind of a carbon fiber look in there, and the little, just the overall design of it. Love it. And the exhaust, I think they did a really great. I'm glad they didn't just take an old clunky exhaust and slap it on there like a lot of manufacturers do on a lot of their bikes. But I think Honda probably also realized that this was going to be one of the more popular long keeping bikes, and that, you know, it might be worth it to put a good looking exhaust on there. God, it just looks so good. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else you want to see. And until next time.